Hey there, Cheesemeisters, and welcome back to the Peach Pod. That would have been Radar Love by Golden Earring. That was playing over the opening montage of Brandon driving around and shit, and then they played it again when he was driving around and shit. Um, it's also, by the way, season 4, episode 11. That's the name of the episode, Radar Love. I am Jeff, and you're so much more intuitive than the girls I meet in college. Cool. And joining me on the other end of the underage come on, my host.
I'm Leslie, and I stopped playing with matches.
Well, that's good. I mean, yay, Emily. Thank you. What the hell was I watching? Oh, this is where things get conflated in my head, and I have to like untangle them. We were watching some random episode of Modern Family last night where there was a cherries flambe, and Jay wanted to be down at the table for when they lit the cherries on fire. And so, like, you said matches, and I thought about the cherries flambe, and neither here nor there.
I mean,
except that was a New Year's Eve episode, so happy birthday to me.
If you want to talk about conflating things together, there is a distinct orchestral chord in this, like just a set of notes, not even a chord really, just, a string of notes, at a couple points in this episode that must have inspired Rachel Bloom or Adam Schlesinger before they did Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, because it's West Covina.
Really interesting.
Walter and I were both watching it, and we both went, West Covina.
Wow. I didn't watch that show, so I don't know what that means, but that's awesome if they took it from 90210. It's also possible that like those notes were only in the bullshit music. I have no idea.
Highly recommend Crazy Ex-Girlfriend to everyone out there. But yeah, we heard those notes and I went, that's nuts.
That's pretty awesome. Good deal. I like that. More of that, less of everything else that happens in this episode.
Agreed.
As we say, this is season 4, episode 11, Radar Love, original air date. This can't possibly still be sweeps, 11/24/93. This is a lame-ass sweeps month.
This is a lame-ass Thanksgiving episode.
It is. But I mean, like, we're trying to up the, drama, get people coming back to, I mean, I guess you can advertise this one as Emily's coming back, like, as like a sweeps thing, but then they don't do anything with it, at least not in this episode. It's just like, Emily has a secret, you guys, I suppose, like, that she's not telling Brandon. What do you think her secret is? Let's start there.
She's going to school somewhere to pursue a dream, or she's not even going to school. She's just going somewhere else to paint or draw, do something artistic and unique. It's going to be a big load of nothing. But, anytime a woman does something that doesn't revolve around a man is a big deal. And yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't feel like they know what to do with Christina Elise other than like...
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if you're trying to sell me on she's the one who got away, no, that's the ice skater.
Right, we know that.
You'll never change my mind.
Brandon's montage of girls he kissed.
The person who drugged you and gave you the scare of your life is the person who got away.
Plus, she still has your twins t-shirt.
I thought she gave that
back. Did she give it? No, he gave it to her.
Oh,
remember he took it and remember he gave it to her at the loony bin?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, I wish she was wearing that on the cable car when he ran into her. Yeah, it's not good.
No, it's not.
Yeah. The although if I could rewrite one thing in this episode, and I feel like we should rewrite like almost all of it. It's that when Brandon ran into Emily on the cable car, she was wearing his shirt. Like, she just walks around San Francisco in her everyday life, still wearing that twin shirt. And like, it's not even an accident that she was wearing it the day he saw her. It's that she wears it every fucking day.
Because she's been hoping, what if she'd been plotting this whole time? Like, he's going to come back for me. I'm going to set out these little breadcrumbs. What if Emily is really Gone Girl? And I know it's a stretch. That's not the same thing, but that's just the comparison we make now when we want to you know,
I don't even remember what happens in Gone Girl. Like I remember like she gone girl, but that's about it. That's all
she
I
fake
remember.
she fakes her own death so that her
Spoilers.
okay.
I don't, it's like a 10-year-old book and movie. I don't know.
She fakes her own death so that her husband, who she hates, goes to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because that would be because getting divorced is really hard, people. That's what Hollywood wants you to believe, is that divorce is so hard you might as well just fake your own death.
It's
That's
very
so
hard.
much easier than just getting a fucking divorce.
Yeah, well,
I know
divorces
I'm
take a long
speaking
time.
out of turn here and out of experience, but once again, I'm just look. I guess I just woke up fired up, and I'm okay
That's
with
right.
that.
You're salty today. I like it. Salty's just fine.
Thank you.
All right. So what the fuck? Did you throw up in your mouth or throw something this episode? Because we've kind of jumped in, but we should back
Yeah,
up.
we should. I'm legitimately scared of John Sears now.
Well, uh-huh.
But yeah, I threw up in my mouth when he made any comment about young women and also young women at a refuge.
Can I
Like,
can I can I slightly adjust your verbiage?
please,
Um, girls, children.
girls, yes.
These were not young women. These were 15-year-old kids.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I understand because she was cute and she had a midriff and everything, and but and the actress is probably 20, but this character was 15. These are fucking children,
Well,
John
and like
Sears.
they did. I don't want to say they didn't dress her like 15, but they purposefully tried to make her look older or something,
Sure.
or look cute. Like, ooh, take like abused person, but make it chic. And it's like, why? Why?
Yeah, yeah.
Why did you do this costumes?
Because if she doesn't look hot, John Sears isn't going to try to fuck her. No, that's not true. She has a pulse.
Well, and this also feels like, yet again, the writers going, we don't believe women. We absolutely think they do this to themselves. Look at what this girl's wearing. And like,
Yeah, she's living in a halfway house, for God's sake. It doesn't mean that your shirt's supposed to be halfway off. Zing.
which reminds me, I need to add that to the midriffs poll.
Yeah, she wore a midriff, and so did Tori in this episode. Donna's wearing one at one point.
Oh, I missed that. I think I'm being a little more discerning about midriffs, but I will allow it.
I think the rule is anytime I can see your belly button, ladies, unless it's a bikini, you know.
Yeah, facts.
So, yeah, so two of those this episode.
So yeah, anytime I saw John Sears' ugly mug, I threw
Uh-huh.
it in my mouth.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Fuck this guy. All right, here's what happens in this episode. It's Thanksgiving, everybody, which means plot devices to Cindy's house. Almost everybody ends up at Casa Walsh as per usual, except for Steve, Andre, and Brandon. So let's see. Let's Brandon has left. He's hit the road after the Deshaun blackmail, go fuck yourself, Lucinda situation at the gym. And Brenda's like, look, I don't know. I don't know where he went. He said he went camping. I leave here all the time. I don't know how it works when I stay.
Yeah.
This is a total role reversal for me. I guess I'm just gonna sit here this episode. I'm not even gonna call Stuart. I'm not even gonna mention him. I'm gonna pretend I didn't almost get married 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Because Thanksgiving. And that's the time that you're at home eating Cindy's yummy American food and her lasagna, apparently, night before.
I wanted that lasagna.
I know, it looked pretty good, didn't it? Dylan had like 4 mouthfuls. Like, that is the most I've seen Luke Perry eat on camera, maybe ever, but he's just like forking it down Cindy's lasagna. I don't blame him. It looked yummy. But Dylan's going to Baja. Kelly is like, hey, Jackie's cooking. Want to come over to our house and eat awful food? And he's like, look, I'm going to go to Baja because Rosalita's down there and there's legit no one she can rat me out to this time. So I feel pretty safe.
Sure.
And there's, you know what? I'm sure that I can get like some fucking awesome tacos. Shouts to Dylan getting tacos.
Yum.
I know everybody likes tacos. Yeah. And then Andrea is like, I got I gotta go to Dan Rubin's house for Thanksgiving. It's gonna be, I don't
Basic
know. It feels like a
AF.
lot. Yeah, I'm just this is Dan Rubin. I don't. I'm just ever since he said during Jim and Cindy's 20th anniversary that he might not ever want to get married. I'm like, maybe I don't like this fella. And so she's like, peace out, Dan Rubin in her heart, but she is not like she is uncoupled, but not all the way consciously uncoupled.
Yeah. Although I will, to her credit, if you have an invite to someone else's Thanksgiving and you know they have money, absolutely take them up on it. Enjoy all the free food, all the stuff
Sure.
you would not ordinarily try. But yeah, she looked miserable, and I'm like, girl, you should be happy. Yeah, exactly, Amber. It's sad.
I
Like
know.
you're clearly into this guy just for the D, and like,
Hmm.
fine,
Yeah.
accept that.
Ride that D. And get some like past hors d'oeuvres. And
Yes,
make canapes or whatnot. I mean, Reuben, so probably not pigs in a blanket, I guess.
probably not.
But um,
Damn,
it's not Mike Spitznagel up in the house.
I know. They could have beef ones.
It could. Yeah, that's true. But you know what beef they do have? Jesse Vasquez, tendon bar.
I know. I was
Yep.
excited to see him. Although
And
I was
he
a little
remembered.
disappointed that he was like, "Hey, you have the two most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. So you're with someone. Where are you living again?"
Yep.
Jesse.
Jesse feels it. He's like, look, at least he didn't give us Monsieur Rick Kismet talk. Because he 100%. Andrea was like, it feels like it means something. He's like, does it? I don't know if it does. I mean, that may just like you just may know rich people. Like that could be all this means, Andrea Zuckerman from Not Beverly Hills. You just might know rich people
Right.
who hire me, brown man, to come to their house and sling them hooch. But hey, exciting! There's a person of color, and they're not talking to Brandon. So that's that's something for this for our the annals of 90210.
Way to go, Andrea.
I know Andrea's out there getting it done. Um, and so before Thanksgiving, day before Thanksgiving, I suppose they all go to the Downey House, which is their charity, and it's our reason to talk to homeless people this year on a holiday. Um, but the Downey House isn't like gross old homeless people who wear camouflage and live on the beach and were in the military and shit or pretend to be Santa.
Yeah.
It's not that kind of gross homeless person. These are sexily homeless people. These are homeless teenage girls, everybody. Some of
With
them are
daddy
pregnant.
issues.
Yeah,
Ooh, we know you love that.
I know. And some of them are pregnant or whatever. And I don't know. But here's what the Downey House has decided to do. Look, all right. I don't know what the organizational structure of the Downey House is. I don't know like who pays their bills, who's on their board. I don't know what organization is involved in this. I feel like it might be NAMBLA, but it is. That was a funny joke. Yeah. Do you know what NAMBLA is?
I don't.
Well, according to the episode of South Park it was in, it's the North American Marlon Brando Lookalike Association. But in real life, it's the North America Man Boy Love Association. Um, John Stewart used to make NAMBLA jokes all the time. Like it would be the acronym for anything. It would be like the Central Intelligence Agency, or as it's otherwise known, NAMBLA. Like
Nice.
anytime there was a that. So anyway, this group I don't fucking know, but they're like, hey, we've got all of these damaged young girls who have been abused in some way. Possibly we got them in off the streets or they ran away from their parents. Some of them might be pregnant and unloved. They have a lot of emotional problems. So what we should probably do is on one of the two most triggering days for people who are having family issues, Thanksgiving and Christmas, who may want to be with family they can't be with, or may not want to be with family who has been terrible to them. You know what we're going to do? frat guys.
Gonna put him in a minefield of triggers.
Yeah, we're gonna bring frat guys to the house, and
I wrote down, why are college boys being allowed anywhere near Downey House?
yes, why? Um, I wonder, like
Because
Del
it's never the
Shannon.
man's fault. It's never the man's fault.
Oh, here it's fucking John Sears' fault. Except for it, well, it's John Sears' fault, but it's also whoever's in charge of the Downey House who thought this was a fucking good idea year after year. Um, and maybe Leslie pitched them on this because you remember when Leslie and Mike are up there telling everybody about this thing, and Mike's like, "This is one of like my favorite things that we do, like for real, for real." Mike's not being gross.
Sure.
And Leslie's like, "Oh, thanks." Makes it seem like this was like Leslie's big idea. You know, like a few years ago when she was a freshman, she was like, "Hey, I know this really good organization and we should use this as one of our philanthropies or whatever. And we can do this for this group of girls who really need something." And like it's gone really well, except for that like every year John Sears goes in there and fucks a teenage girl. Because clearly this happened last year and they invited him back. Again, Downey House, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And everybody knows that John is like a lecherous perv. And like, because they're all like side eyeing everything he's doing the whole time. But even Kelly is like, "Well, he didn't do anything wrong. We're supposed to be nice." And you're like, "God damn it, Kelly."
Okay, that whole rhetoric needs to stop. Like, well, they didn't do anything wrong. Well, what the fuck is prevention supposed to be for then?
Yeah.
Do we
No, you
have
got to
to
wait till
wait?
after.
See, this episode is setting things off of me. Why do we have to wait until something fucking happens?
Yeah. No, you can't stop things from happening. That's what happens in the movie Minority Report. And it
Like,
turns out horribly.
everyone in this episode and in the world is just like, well, nothing's happened yet, so why do we wait until something does?
Uh-huh.
Fuck you.
That's right.
You're
That's right.
stupid.
Liberace back there agrees.
You know what? Maybe you all need to be as anxious as I am, and you could stop these things from happening.
It'd be nice. You know who stops them from happening? Steve Sanders. Best guy in the world.
Oh my god.
Yep. Steve is like, she's 15, John. Hey guys, this girl's 15. Do you see what John's doing? Talking to the 15-year-old? This is gross, you guys. And Kelly and
Starts
Donna.
playing Sting in the background.
Yep. It's a young teacher, a classroom, a Downey House fantasy. But Kelly and Donna are grossed out by it too. But again, they let John Sears come to this thing, and he's set his eyes on the midriff wearing cutie, and is talking her up, getting her that dark meat. Even though Steve's the one who delivered the dark meat, and honest to God, all those guys are white meat. Come on,
They are. They can't handle flavor.
no, none at all. And so he tries to feed her the turkey, and then he tries to feed her the sausage out in the parking lot next to the van.
Oh my god.
I know. But Kelly and Donna are like, they blow their rape whistle, which is just like, Steve. And
remember how last week you were accused of something? Prove that you would never do that and go stop it.
yeah, it's not enough for Laura just not to have said no, Steve. In order for us not to think you're a total fucking bastard, you have to save this girl from the grasp of John Sears. And so he goes and talks to Mike because he's a pledge, and pledges can't do shit without permission. And Mike, who's the new president of KEG, I guess, is like, whisper. And Steve goes out and has a plan, and he's like, "Oh, Mike said you got to go back and get the plaque from his room because it's got stuff in there he doesn't want to pledge to see." I don't even want to guess what that might be.
Pegging
And
stuff.
What's that?
Pegging material.
Oh, it's very possible. It'd be awesome if someone was into something funky. I don't know what's going on in Mike's bedroom. I feel like we might find out. I don't know. We
Oh.
might not. We might not. I don't remember. We find out things about people in the keg house, but I don't remember who they are.
Oh dear.
I don't know. Keg house. It's the bathroom isn't the only place where things are growing.
Ew. Oh,
I
someone's
know.
growing weed?
Oh, that'd be cool. No, I don't think so.
Damn.
I
Come
know.
on. There's
I know.
not been enough weed in this show yet.
Wait till next season.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, but it also like be ready for the weed to come with lots of judgment.
Of course. Of
Yep.
course. Let's go
Super
smoke a
fucking
joint
judgment.
on the 50-yard line.
That'll show them something, man. Sign the joint, man. Okay. Um, and so like John has to go back and pick up the plaque that's not in Mike's room, and just to get him away from this child. And Steve takes her back inside and is like, "Okay, thanks, good to see you." Like, Steve doesn't want to be seen anywhere near this girl because he understands what happens, like publicly, if you are suspected of being oogie.
Same thing that happened to Gil Myers. We never
That's
saw
right.
him near a girl again.
I'm telling you, it might be worse to be accused of rape. We saw what happened to Gil. We saw what almost happened to Steve. We saw what happened to John Sears in this episode. He didn't get any. It's bad. It's really bad.
Wow.
I know.
I wish I had any sort of sympathy.
I know.
It's all gone.
Look, it's really hard. I know we used up all of your "it's hard to be a guy" sympathy last week, but it's hard to be a guy.
Just call me Lucille Bluth and say the milk of mother's kindness is gone for me.
Understood. Lucille Bluth. I love it.
Here, go see a Star Wars.
um,
Someone write a prequel series about Lucille Bluth and cast me. For the love of God, please.
Let's do it. Let's talk to Jason Bateman. Get that done. All right. And so saves them, and everything's okay at the Downey house except for John is pissed at Steve, because Steve cockblocked him in the Extremis, and that is not cool to do to a brother if you're a pledge. There are rules, Sanders.
Good grief.
I know. And so like we're done with that. So then at Casa Walsh, Dylan's over the night before Thanksgiving for reasons. Why was he there eating lasagna? Do we remember? Was there a reason, or was he just hanging?
Oh, he was picking up his check.
Oh, that's right, money. I forgot about that part.
Because Jim can't do any work at work. He has to do it at home.
It all
He's a teacher.
It has to happen in the living room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't mail a check. No wire transfers. No EFT fund anything. No, you got to pick up a check at the Walsh house. Plot device. And so he's like, this food's good. And Brenda's like, you know what else food is good? Cindy's turkey. And Dylan's like, fucking hey, I remember that turkey. Remember all the times we had turkey here? And even though he told Kelly he was going to go to Baja, he's easily swayed at the thought of
food.
His bird. And so he decides to come. And then Cindy's like, hey, I just invited Jackie and Kelly over because we all know that Jackie should not cook. It's bad. Now there's 2 children she could be poisoning, maybe 3 if David goes there. But David doesn't want to go. David's supposed to go to Mel's house, and he don't want any part of that. So he comes too. Everybody goes to the Walsh house, except for Stuart, because we forgot he existed, and Andrea, who's at the Rubens meeting Jesse, and Steve, who wasn't invited. I guess there's nothing happening for Steve on Thanksgiving Day. He was at the Downey house the day before. But they're like,
he's probably
you know what your reward is?
With his mom.
I know. You got to get out of some trouble. And Brandon, on the road, radar love, pulls into a campground at Big Sur, I guess. We find out later. And pulls up next to Curtis and his family, who he calls Curtis like 7 times. It's great in like a 2-minute scene.
Yeah.
Well, Curtis. Thanks, Curtis. Oh, I'd be happy to, Curtis. No, I don't need to eat your dinner, Curtis. I got my own food, Curtis. Oh, your children. You have children, Curtis. Very nice. Picnic table, Curtis.
This whole thing was so pointless.
Well, he had to get set on the right path. He needed the wisdom of a dad in his
I
life.
didn't need a whole ass family.
No, but like that's like three more people who got paid. Like the wife had a line, the kids had at least the girl had a line.
Yeah, she had like
Um,
two, I think.
yeah, she was like, "I'm carrying this tray over. Don't you think maybe I should have a line? I feel like I should say something."
Yeah.
Hashtag Annette Benning. Um, and so Curtis, who in my head, the Curtis backstory is he like our third Curtis? Right? Like there was little kid Curtis,
That
right?
was Cameron. Oh,
No, that was the
no,
deaf kid.
the abused kid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. There was
Curtis.
that
Yeah.
Curtis, and there was Curtis Bray, who like runs the record label that almost signed David and then didn't. And this is our
Spotless.
third Curtis. So Curtis is coming three apparently. But this Curtis, his backstory, I think, is every holiday, as he says, he gets in the camper and he takes his family to a different park. And he parks up there and he waits for the lovelorn to show up and need his advice. And his wife is over there again going, God fucking damn it. Again, we can't take a trip without you trying to give love advice to random strangers. Thanks, Curtis. Just make the fucking hamburgers, why don't you?
Yeah, right.
And he's like, this is my calling. I have to do this. And so, like, after he fed his family, he sent them away and he's like, come sit at my picnic table of love, Brandon Walsh from Los Angeles. And I'm gonna tell you how it is. And what he tells him is go do what you want. You were gonna do it anyway. Go talk to this girl. You were already on your way to Marin. I suggest you do that. And he does.
Yep.
And so Brandon, who like has the picture in his drawer, which Cindy knows about, which means Cindy's still folding Brandon's laundry and putting it away for
Of
him.
course she is.
Or she's rooting around looking for some shit, which is also possible. Don't blame her. Brandon's probably up to no good. Have you heard of Lucinda? She's probably I don't get into it. It's bad.
Yikes.
And she's like and then he gets gas and he sees like a chick in a beret who doesn't even really look like Emily.
No.
Weak ass casting. But it's not Emily. It's just some girl who thought she was getting some gas station dick.
Oh my God.
She was real excited about that too.
That was weird. Here
She
I
was like,
thought I was gonna get lucky.
I know. I just put that hose in my tank and I thought maybe you were going to try to put your hose in my tank, but
Oh my God.
I know it's gross. All of it's gross. But Brandon is not John Sears and he lets this woman drive out of his life without trying to slip her any. And then he goes to Emily Valentine's parents' house, who he's never met, obviously, because they never came to Los Angeles, and they don't live there anyway. They've moved to Greece, and he's like, "Well, shit." And there's another lady who got a lot of lines. Like she got a whole lot of exposition. Like,
Also, I'm realizing I really don't think there was good direction this episode because I feel like so many people struggled either with their lines or they struggled with having business, which is what you do while you're saying your lines. Like, I know this sounds crazy, people, but you kind of need to know why am I entering this room? What am I doing when I enter this room? And
mhm.
just to go back a little bit, but when the 15-year-old tells John and the others, here, I'll show you where you can set up tables and chairs or whatever. Only those two go in, and she's picking at her pants, which, like,
Oh,
okay, 15-year-olds play with fidget and play with your clothes. Like, that's a choice. But she just kind of stands there like,
yeah,
I don't really act. Um, I
yeah,
was working in costumes and they needed a little chippy and
right.
this clearly needs fixing. I can
Play with
fix
it.
this.
Yeah,
Again, it was so awkward. And then the way this woman, I don't mean to besmirch these actors. They got work. I haven't. So there you go. But like, it just seemed like they were struggling.
yeah.
Like
It reminds
pacing
me.
was such a problem in this episode.
It was a real slow, nothing episode. But what you just said reminded me of. I saw this interview, like a little clip with Julie Louis Dreyfus talking about Seinfeld, and how like the apartment was a real pain in the ass. Like, because she has to enter the apartment, and then what's she gonna do,
Yep.
right? And she has to do this like 1,000 times because the show was on the air for 8 seasons or whatever it was. Um, and so she's like, that's why so often I go to the refrigerator, which is like not something you do at like your friend's house. You don't walk in and look in their fridge. But she's like, I walk in and I have to do something.
Yeah.
So I go to his fridge and I open it up, and sometimes I don't even take anything out. But it's like it's an action. It's something I can do when I enter the room. And like, so if you watch Seinfeld, you'll notice just a ton of her going to the fridge because she's like, how many times can I just go sit on the couch?
I mean, if I had $1 for every time an actor, myself, or others are like, so what am I doing right now, though?
Right.
Like, that's an important question. Otherwise, you're just standing there looking like an amateur,
Yeah.
you
Yep.
know?
Fucking amateurs.
Like, this, you know what would have elevated this? If she had been on the phone. Like, it's the holidays. If she had been on the phone, putting something together, had an apron on something, just like, yeah, can I help you? Oh, yeah, they don't live here anymore. Like,
Right.
here's the thing, too. You know what? This might be me from the past. Because she was like, I'm not getting any work. I'm going to make every single line really long
There you go.
and important.
Yeah.
I'm talking
It's interesting though.
nicely.
You mentioned it's interesting. You mentioned the phone thing because there's a lot of people on the phone in this episode. What's one more? Like there were
Right.
100 phone calls in this episode. Brandon called Cindy twice. Kelly and Donna, or Brenda calls Kelly, invites her over. I mean, there was like 4 or 5 phone calls in this episode.
Well, and there would have been like, what is more of the time than being on your landline?
Sure. Yep. And can't reach Brandon because he's not there. He doesn't have a cell phone yet.
Yeah.
Because it's 1993, boys and girls, and we didn't have those. Not everybody. Some people, rich people. Not Brandon. Where were we with this fucking thing? I guess it's Thanksgiving at the Walshes, and everybody's showing up except for the people that we said don't show up. Oh, Brandon's in San Francisco. That's where he was. And he gets on a cable car and bumps like face to forehead, just boom, right into Emily Valentine. And she misses her stop because those cable cars wait for no man. They just zip right the fuck along. And but she's like, "Why don't you come back to my gigantic apartment?"
Dude,
This
I
is
was pissed.
this is pre-tech bro San Francisco. You could probably
I
live like that.
was pissed.
Yeah, she had a big house. She had a big apartment. And a roommate across the hall who just Kramers her way in every time the teapot boils. And she's like, the Brandon Walsh, which means that Emily has legit been wearing that Minnesota Twins shirt around the house.
And no pants.
No pants. Oh God, that's hot. Don't say that. I don't want to think about that. It's too early in the morning to think about that.
It's exactly the right time.
God damn it. Now I have hot Emily Valentine, Minnesota Twins, no pants in my head. Fuck.
Now you need another shower.
That's way more interesting than anything that happened in this episode. But she's been talking about Brandon, and now they're smooching a little bit. And Rosie O'Toole, motherfucker character name.
Oh
That's
my
ridiculous.
God.
Rosie O'Toole. How about we just call it Big Pulsing Red Cock? Maybe that's her name. Rosie O'Toole. Jesus. I'm saying. And so maybe she's not really there. Maybe she's actually just Brandon's penis.
Oh my God.
Like inviting him to stay for Thanksgiving.
Sure.
Knowing where the pizza places are. Like, Rosie O'Toole. Dear Lord. And so, but Rosie O'Toole / Brandon's penis invites him to stay for Thanksgiving. And so he does. But you know who's worse at cooking a turkey than Jackie? Emily Valentine. Burn the shit out of that bird.
So sad.
It looks
Honestly,
bad.
so sad.
Yeah.
Like, oh God.
Yep.
I'm not sure what depresses me more about Thanksgiving. The idea of someone fucking up the food or not having anyone to hang out with.
Yeah. I know.
Also,
But
like you're in San Francisco and you're gonna go get pizza. Granted, I've been to San Francisco and had pizza, but come on,
yeah.
like Japantown is right over there.
Yep. Well, there were, I don't know if you noticed it, but when Brandon was waiting for the cable car, he was standing next to three Asian people. So that's how you could
Oh,
tell they were in San Francisco.
I missed that, and I'm very sad that I missed it.
Yeah. I was just standing there. But, proof. They did seem to want to go out of their way to show that they were really in San Francisco. Like they took, like there was that one shot early in the episode where it's like on the road and Brandon drives by and the camera keeps going to show the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah,
Like, look, we're not in Van Nuys, you guys. We did it.
we had
Travel
the
budget.
money. We had the money to take Jason to San Fran for the day,
Yep.
and we did it.
Yep. And probably like that's probably where Christine lives. So
They
like we
they,
just made it easy. We just went
they
to her
could
house.
have visited the Tanners.
They could have. They went to that park where you could see their house.
I was gonna say, I went, they're the painted ladies.
Yep.
Still white. They're different
Yep.
colors now.
There's a scene in Sorry, I Married an Axe Murderer from that spot too.
It's a beautiful spot.
It is.
The whole city's beautiful. Take me back.
I've never been. I've only been there in movie form and
Great.
television form.
Don't drive.
Yeah. No. Don't try to live there or buy food or anything.
I
It's
couldn't
expensive.
if I tried.
No, you
Listen,
couldn't.
last
That
time I was there, I tried shouting to various houses to adopt me so that I could live there and inherit that house.
didn't work.
No,
Maybe you didn't shout loud enough. You should
I
try.
probably didn't because I was afraid.
Did you shout topless?
No, I didn't. Damn it.
See, you got to get me involved in the strategy planning on this shit because
Also,
I'm a genius
like,
and you need me for my mind.
yeah, but like we're gonna need to like do something with tape or get one of those drag queen busts because me on my own is not going to be enough.
Look, everybody loves nipples. Doesn't matter. You got them. Everybody likes them. Anyway.
We're making this episode so much more interesting than it actually is.
The episode sucks. It's real boring. There's like John's awful. Here's
We haven't even
Here's
gotten to
the-
what this episode's really about.
I don't even know what this episode's really about. Here's what this episode's really about. Sad trombone. Because you've got the end of sweeps. You've got a holiday, which is like, let's bring everybody together around homeless people. You've got the return of Emily Valentine. And fucking nothing happens.
I mean,
It's just lame.
I'll tell you what it's about. Everyone wants to get away. Kelly
Do
wants
they?
to get away from John.
Yeah.
Brandon wants to get away from Cal Uni.
Yeah.
Dylan wants to get away to Baja.
Or from Baja.
No.
Hard to know which direction he's going.
He wants to go, but listen, he's doing the thing that I do sometimes where it's like, okay, yes, deep down I know people love me, but I also just need to hear it. So I'm just going to worm my way into you tell, okay, thank you. You did the thing I needed you to do. Thank
Good.
you. I've recharged.
I think you should just have a t-shirt that just says "Say you love me" on it and
Probably.
walk around with it. I think it'd be good.
Saying you love me is my green room.
That's right.
Words
like
of
that.
affirmation are my green room. There we go.
Affirm me, bitches.
Then, and lastly, for everyone wants to get away. Andrea clearly wants to get away from Dan, but I don't like how she's going about it.
Like, okay, what's your problem with how she's going about it? Like, she's just pussyfooting around too much? Like, you think she should rip the Band-Aid or?
I think Andrea needs to recognize, hey, this is great for like fucking around. You know,
Mhm.
maybe we're just friends with benefits and that's great. Like, stop leaning in to it being more because you clearly don't, or like have a conversation with him. She's lining up the next guy.
Right.
And I don't think that's her intention, but that's how it's looking. And I
Yeah.
don't like it for her. And I mean, it happens. Fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good storytelling.
Here's why I don't mind it. And we'll get to it in some episodes later, like the real issue I have with the Dan Ruben relationship. But here's why I don't mind this. Andrea has it in her head that the first person she has sex with, she's supposed to fall in love with.
Mm-hmm.
But in her heart, she doesn't feel it. And she knows she doesn't feel it, but Andrea is a cerebral person. And so she's doing like what Dan accused her of doing over the chess game, is like analyzing it, just like really working through all the pieces and trying to get herself to the point where it's okay not to be in love with the first person she slept with.
Yeah.
And Jesse flirting with her makes that easier.
Yeah.
You know, it lets her, it gives her another reason to back away from this thing that she already kind of wants to get out of. Like, she's just not sure how to do it. And so, like, it actually makes sense to me that she's conflicted here and can't pull the, because she knows what she's doing. Like, she offered to buy Brandon a fucking carousel.
You
Like,
love
this is a
this
girl who
t-shirt.
doesn't know what to do.
You love this t-shirt. This t-shirt allows you to say everything you want to say.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah, so she just doesn't know what to do. But she met Jesse and she's like, this fellow thinks I'm attractive, and he's not just a bartender. It's important that we know that.
It's also funny that Dan is so big on her coming to his family's Thanksgiving when he's the one who's like, I'm not ever getting married. Ask me in 5 years why?
That's true. That is weird. Yeah, I never considered that, but you're right. Dan doesn't know what he's up to.
Listen, I bring the freshest of minds with this.
No, that's why you were invited. We need fresh takes. All right, here's one of the things I think this episode is about. So much plaid.
Well, it's fall.
Well, it's 1993.
And
but
fall.
Brenda, Dylan, Curtis, Brandon, Kelly, John Sears. 6 different people wearing 6 different plaid shirts. And Brenda's no sleeves.
See, and that's funny because what I noticed was the orange in this episode.
Okay.
But the plaid was definitely there more. Well, fall colors, but then I also wanted to be like, oh, but there's the Golden Gate Bridge, which I think of more as like a reddish orange. And then there's all the orange with Thanksgiving, which is weird because usually orange is for Halloween. I don't know. I wanted it to mean something, and it did.
It's fall colors. Yeah. I don't know. But this was the most early mid-90s fashion I've ever seen. I mean, it was midriffs and plaid everywhere. I swear to Christ, this is what it looked like when I went to college. Like, everywhere you turned. I meant to actually put on a plaid shirt for today. God damn, I forgot.
Oh, you'll never get to do that again.
No, I own one. I'll wear it. Laura wore one yesterday because it's June and it's 65 degrees here. Crazy.
It's gotten cold here again too. I'm so glad we got 90-degree weather for my birthday, sunny, and then it's been rainy ever since, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not rainy, but it's not warm. Oh, let's say it's going to be in like the high 70s. Weather report on the 6s. This is how we do it here on the Peach Pod.
We give you weather 5 weeks late.
Yeah, exactly.
When this comes out, we will be boiling.
Yeah, no shit. It'll be way too hot. And one of the things I thought this was about was chance encounters.
Oh.
Because we had Andrea and Jesse and Brandon and Emily chance encountering one another. So there's not a whole lot more to say there, but it happened. Here's something that I want to ask you about, because we had an anti-Chekhov situation. Chekhov's raffle ticket.
Oh.
What the fuck was that raffle ticket business? What were they raffling? Who won the raffle? What was the prize?
Each girl had a picnic basket, and that's what they were raffling off. So that we were combining the auction scene from Oklahoma and Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
What? I'm working. Ember wants pets.
Understood. She wants a picnic basket.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah. I mean, this was like, what if the raffle tickets were like the party in Teen Wolf. And John Sears is up there telling everybody who they have to make out with in the closet.
Oh my god.
Um, but that like these raffle, why was there any dialogue about raffle tickets? Why was there people lifting their plates up and going, "Look, I have a raffle ticket." If you're not gonna raffle anything off, what the fuck is happening in this episode?
You had a ticket and you had a ticket and you had a
You had a
ticket and you
ticket.
had a
You
ticket
had a
and you
ticket.
had a
You
ticket.
had a
Get on with it.
Exactly. All of that came out after dinner in the study.
Another thing that gave someone else an idea for later on, because clearly this is where Oprah got her idea of everyone check under your seats.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. It's under your plate. You get a nothing. You get a unresolved plot point. Congratulations, everybody.
Well done.
Yeah, I don't fucking get it. Um, this isn't what anything is about, but Curtis was in Blue Chips.
He looked familiar.
I looked him up. I was like, yeah, this guy's been in stuff. And sure as shit, we just didn't realize he was our spelling connection way back when we did Blue Chips in season 1.
I had the opposite problem because I looked up Rosie O'Toole, actor,
Yeah.
and I was like, she looks familiar. She's not been in a lot.
No, I looked her up too. I looked up
one-
AJ Langer too, who was the girl that John was trying to bang. And because she's familiar, I've seen her and stuff, but I forget what she was in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she did more work. She's a cutie.
She is.
But what this episode is really about, though, is Steve is a good guy.
Oh my god.
It's the reclamation of Steve project. Like you can't almost accuse Steve of rape publicly last week and not redeem him in some way this week. Like you can't leave him being that big a bastard, even though he is a bastard and he knows it. Aptly, correctly, because his parents weren't married.
Well,
although that's not true.
I saw next week's summary, and it doesn't look like he's going to have a break for much longer.
What is? I don't remember.
It
Oh fuck! Yeah, I know what happens next week with Steve. What did it say in the summary?
It said he was caught stealing, so I'm assuming he's framed or.
Okay, so
he's stealing. It's a Les Mis situation again. He's stealing for the good of everyone else.
Okay, so this is why I didn't want to tell you what the other movie was, because it's a heist movie.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're not going to watch a heist movie next week. We'll deal with the fallout of Steve's attempted heisting. But because next week we got to stay in we only got a couple weeks in San Francisco, so we got to do a couple San Francisco movies while we're here. So, yeah, but Steve's a good guy again.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of ties into what the last thing I thought this episode was about, which is fighting expectations.
Oh.
You know, I think people kind of expect Steve to be a bad guy, and so when they give him the opportunity to be good, he will jump on that. But he's also like very much wanting to be a keg man, and you know, he's doing the thing that people who are expected to be bad. He wants to be good when he can, but he also is like, it would just be so much easier if you let me be bad.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, John's gotten all the way to senior year doing that. Why can't I?
No words. Andrea is fighting the expectations of going to Dan's, which are weird expectations from him. Brandon and home. He's expected to be home on Thanksgiving. Apparently that is a thing. Brandon would never miss your turkey dinner.
No.
Dylan, expectations to go to Baja, or just expectations to avoid Brenda. And clearly they're okay. I have some predictions.
Okay.
Fighting expectations. I have some predictions.
Yeah, do it.
They're once again trying to stir up to quote Dylan, the Dylan Brenda Kelly Bermuda Triangle.
Sure.
I think Stuart, because Brenda said she got cast in Mumble 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 play.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, I know how we're going to lose Stuart. She's going to have to kiss a guy, and Stuart's not going to be okay with it. And Brenda's going to be like, how dare you get in the way of my craft?
Yeah.
I feel nothing for this person. This is part of the job. Ugh, you're stifling me.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be the end of Stuart, and it'll be boring.
Okay.
Um, I already mentioned for Emily. I almost said Aaron or Kelly. Like Emily. Emily. Um,
Yep. You have a prediction for Emily? Yep.
yeah, she's just gonna want to go to art. She's gonna want to do something crafty, and it's gonna be far away and away from Brandon. But she'll come back someday. Don't worry, because the show wants us to think that Brandon and Emily are supposed to be a thing.
Mm. I will say this about Emily this episode. I apologize for thinking your hair was stupid because it's not this episode where your hair is stupid. It's later.
Well, and I was thinking too, like, oh, I did the reverse Emily. She came back with longer hair, and I'm back with short hair.
But if you go away for 2 years, your hair can get real long and change color.
That seems crazy. I don't feel like that seems crazy to me. But you know
That
what?
it was 2 years ago.
That it was 2 years ago, and suddenly her hair is down her shoulders. But hey, we will see where my hair is in 2 years.
Yeah, in 2 years your hair can be real fucking long.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, and again, change color. I did like that everybody figured 2 years is probably long enough for us to give Emily shit about almost burning our house down.
Yeah.
Like, because otherwise everyone has to walk on eggshells, and like, and then what do you do? Like, if you're going to spend the whole episode like dealing with her like mental trauma from 2 years ago, when like it's just easier to say like she got help and she's doing better, and fire, fire, fire.
Okay.
Jason
That
Priestley
was.
doing, that was Beavis, right?
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah. Every now and again, Jason Priestley likes to point out that there are other television shows on in the 90s. Because like later he makes some South Park references, and like,
Oh.
yeah, he just tosses things in there sometimes just to let you know he's paying attention to the pop culture. And this one he was given the Beavis fire, fire, fire.
Got it.
Yeah. So, and even Jim and Cindy are like, she almost burned our house down. Like,
I know, and like that is so valid of them. Like honestly, if yeah, I would be like, cool, glad you got help. I'm not inviting you back to our house. That
look,
is so within your right.
I can tell you as a parent, there are kids who were mean to my child when he was 4, and I don't like those fucking kids. I don't even care. They didn't try to burn
Absolutely.
my house down, but I don't like those kids, and I'm never getting over it. Those kids always are gonna suck.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Yeah. No, and the parents who allowed those kids to be mean to my child, even though it wasn't their fault, they suck too.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not having this. She almost burned our house down, Brandon. Like, I get it, but here's the flip side of it. I'm not preventing him from being friends with those people, because people grow and they change, and this is what I've told him a million times. Like, your friends in kindergarten aren't going to be your friends in third grade necessarily. People do this,
Yeah.
throughout their
Like,
lives.
cool, Brandon. You can date her. She's not coming over.
That's right. Yeah. Like, next
Sorry,
Thanksgiving,
but
we are
when you
not letting Emily drop the turkey into the vat of deep fryer oil. Like,
like
because
you
that will 100% burn our house down.
yeah, yeah. Come talk to me when you own property and you don't want or wait, you've owned a car and you still don't care. Like Emily got your car stripped.
She did. Ooh, that car. You know what? Yeah, she didn't say, wow, your car looks nice after what I did to it.
And to be fair, listen, it is also totally natural to want to sweep things under the rug and
Mm-hmm.
see if something can happen with the person again and then you're like, "Oh shit, you're the same." Or, you know what? It wasn't meant to be either way.
Yeah.
Healthy or unhealthy, we're not good together.
No, that's right. We should probably not. All right. Anything else this episode might really have been about?
No.
All right. What did this make you nostalgic for?
It made, let's see, a few things. I miss homemade lasagna. Lasagna's great. And we went to San Francisco to visit our friends Frank and Shiori last year. And we had been there once before, but it was during the pandemic when we were moving. So we only got to be there for a day.
Yeah.
and it was not enough time. This trip was so much better. And San Francisco's great, people. I really hope someday it is
Livable.
livable. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily the city for me, but I listen. A cool city is a cool city, and more people deserve to live in cool areas. And the people who need to be in cool areas need to be able to afford it.
Uh, that's the thing. Like, I did some work a few years ago where I had to like I was writing some like travel stuff around different places, and one of them was San Francisco, and I've never been there, so I'm like Googling like where can you go in 2 hours, that kind of thing, and are like what's good for a weekend, and I was like, man, there's a lot of awesome places you can go from San Francisco that are 2 hours away for a weekend. Like, why doesn't everyone want to live here? Like 2 hours from here is Milwaukee, which don't get me wrong, Milwaukee's just fine, but it's not like Tahoe or something. It's
Yeah.
not like mountains or lakes or oceans or whatever. It's just fucking Milwaukee.
Everywhere's
Um,
beautiful out there.
yeah. But everyone I know who lived there no longer lives there because it was too fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Like they had good jobs and they got priced out of living in San Francisco because it's dumb.
The same thing. I feel like that's happening here because the
Uh,
sublet we're currently in, the person had to leave because of work no longer being a thing. I mean, that's part of why we're gonna have to leave. Like, just people are getting priced out of the cities, and it really sucks because cities are where our opportunities are, man. It's also
mhm.
where cooler people are.
Chicago is very livable, but it's quite difficult to afford a home.
Well, I mean, and that's anywhere right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Home prices are crazy here.
when people try to tell me the thing too, like, oh, Chicago's expensive, it's called living in America.
Uh huh.
It's called the only places that are cheap are probably those where you're going to have to hide some things about yourself.
Well, that's true. But wouldn't that be fun? Create a whole backstory?
Oh my God.
Like what are you how you be the mysterious girl who moves to the small town? Come on. I have all sorts of ideas now.
I mean, if I can have a little witch cottage, then cool, fine.
Oh,
But
there you go.
that is going to require me to be a hermit more than I want to be.
Yeah, I get that. Um all right. Let's see. What did this make me nostalgic for? Um this made me nostalgic for uh bringing Laura to my parents' house for the first time on a holiday.
Aww.
Yep, it was Easter. Wasn't Thanksgiving.
I remember that.
Do you?
Because
Yeah.
yeah, we gabbed a ton.
Oh, did you? Nice.
Yes.
Um, yeah. So it went well.
Clearly.
It
Yeah.
was 21 years ago. And
Laura is why we are close.
I know. Laura's the best. So shouts to my wife for being awesome. But it's just there's that whole like nervousness of it. Of like, I wasn't actually nervous, but maybe she was. You know what I mean? Like just going to this place, meeting a bunch of people. Our family's a bunch of loud fuckers. Like, look,
Joke,
Meisters,
joke, joke. One up, one up, one up. Good luck.
it's not even that. It's just the volume level.
Oh, you haven't been to my sister's.
Why? What do you mean? Like too funny or too many
No,
jokes or?
it's too loud. Like,
Oh,
honestly, Ashley's place, and I don't care that I'm throwing her under the bus here, her place is louder than any Spitznagel event.
that I find shocking because the Spitznagel events are too fucking loud. Um, Everybody's like, look, I'm loud. In that environment, I leave the room.
Yeah.
Like I can't deal with it. Like it is, and Cheese Meisters, you did not get to know our grandfather. He was awesome. Um, Mostly, he never spoke. He would sit at the end of the table, cleaning his ears with his keys. And you would say something to him. You'd say, "Hey, Pop," and he'd go, "What?" And then you'd ask him a question, and he'd say, "I guess." And if Pop, you want some coffee? I reckon. Like he said like four things ever. He never talked, and I didn't get it. I just thought, but like you get him around people he wasn't related to, you couldn't shut him up. You know, like him and Kim Fisher talk for days. Yeah,
Oh,
it was, but it was so funny. I was like, I was like, I've never heard this man speak, and he's sitting here just gabbing.
yeah.
And then then I got to be like in my 30s and 40s, and I realized what it was. He was exhausted. He was exhausted at trying to get a word in edgewise with all these loud motherfuckers, and he
Yep.
just gave up. Because that's what I did. Like I just gave up. I'm like, I'm not even gonna try. It's too tiring to try to talk here. Um, but Laura survived it, and I think it's because she's an introvert by nature. She's just like, this is gonna be hard no matter what. I'm just gonna deal with it, and I'm just gonna go in the other room and knit if I have to, and it'll be fine.
Now I'm nostalgic for having the energy to go up against all the uncles and like, you know, trade quips with them. I
Sure.
don't have that energy anymore. I'm so
Yeah, it's not
tired.
worth it. No, it's they're just loud. Everybody's loud. Love you guys. You're all fucking loud.
Yep. Yeah, you
This is
are.
not a secret. I'm not telling tales out of school here. All right. Who is your Steve Sanders Memorial worst person of the episode? John Sears.
Yeah,
It's
it's John
fucking
Sears. John
John
Sears
Sears.
sucks.
There's no other possible person it could be.
He's absolutely despicable, disgusting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch him with a 40-foot pole.
Nope. He's
I
a
I
triple
can't wait to
decker
see how they write
toast
him out
almost.
of the show because clearly he must go, um, or he's just going to disappear. Oh man, can that be the heist? They're trying to kill him because that would be great. I endorse this.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm not going to say anything about how people come and go. Um,
People come and go so quickly.
that's right. Um, fuck, what is that? I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. What is it?
It's the Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. That's right. The Munchkins. That's right. Um,
My first role. And look at me now.
I know. You're much taller than you were then. Was that were you fishing for a height compliment? Is that what that was?
It would be wasted on me.
That's true. High waisted.
It's not fair to fish for compliments right now because I'm like, you're not gonna listen.
I will.
Well, I'm
Cheese
talking about
Meisters.
me.
Oh, okay. Cheese Meisters. Go affirm Leslie. Do it.
Hire me.
Tell her good things. Yeah, do that. Give her money. That's the way to affirm people.
That's what the money's for.
That's right. Affirmation, baby. All right, I think we did it.
We did in the
I think
book.
we got through this
We went
fucking
through
lame
so
stain.
many pathways.
We did. It's not our fault. This episode's boring. Like it just, ugh. I like a good dumb episode. This one's just meh.
This one was meh. There was the same spot each time that I moved my mouse to be like, how much more is this episode?
There's still 18 minutes and 42 seconds left. God damn it.
No, it's really funny. It was always like when there were 4 minutes left, and I went, man, this Thanksgiving was really a drag.
It's you know what because it doesn't conclude. It feels like a two-parter
Yes.
that just stops in the middle.
Yes.
And so it doesn't there's no resolution to anything. It just no. So let me look. I don't think it was a two-parter. No, it's not. Then next episode was the next week. So join us here for that one because things get better. Things get more interesting, Cheese Meisters. But before we get to next week, join us here on Friday when we're going to hang out in San Francisco. We're going to watch Always Be My Maybe, which is a movie I've never seen, but I'm excited about. I've heard it's really good.
I can't wait.
Have you seen it?
I haven't, but I'm so excited. Because we've been watching fresh off the boat. We have been immersing ourselves in Ali Wong's work.
Okay.
So
nice. That'll be good. I'm excited. I like Ali Wong.
Yeah.
So, and it's bound to be more interesting than Fallen. We got two lame things in a row. This has been like we recorded Friday and today, Sunday. So it's like 2 out of the last 3 days we've recorded about boring stuff. But we've made it awesome because we're awesome.
I'm blaming spring. Like this spring has just been like being bound and hagged on Friday night. Been terrible.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, it's going to get better because Always Be My Maybe is on Friday. And next week, Cheese Meisters, join us here for season 4, episode 13. Emily. I wonder who's in that one.
Rachel.
Probably.
Emily.
Wrong Emily.
No, but
Different Emily.
now this episode made me realize why Ross messes up the names. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
I don't know why the name just doesn't stick.
Emily's a very Rachel name. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, Emily just leads to Kelly, Aaron, and Rachel. Anyway.
Okay. Except for our cousin Emily. Love you, Emily.
I barely know you, but yes.
That's right. Yeah. I know Emily quite well.
Yeah,
anyway, shouts to Emily. So anyway, until then, Cheese Meisters.
Bye.
Bye.